Naacp forces President Trump to skip Civil Rights Museum opening. The Reason Will Enrage You by Chris Starner for USA Politics Today. Once again, we are forced to see how liberal mainstream media attacks President Trump at will without any consequences whatsoever. Today they question Trump's personal feelings about the concept of fair elections. As well as I know, liberals were the ones that ended up guilty in the presidential elections. We all can take a minute to remember what happened with the extra voters on the Democrat side and so on. They don't have the decency to say such things. Via Breitbart, on Friday's broadcast of CNN's Out Front, NAACP President Derek Johnson stated, President Trump's planned attendance at the opening of a civil rights museum in Mississippi is an affront to those the museum is designed to honor, in part because the president doesn't support open and fair elections to ensure that all citizens have the right to vote. Derek Johnson said, I will not be there tomorrow, and his attendance is a distraction from us having an opportunity to honor true Americans who sacrificed so much to ensure that democracy worked. It is unfortunate, in fact, it's an affront to those individuals who fought for voting rights to ensure that people had quality education and quality access to health care. We'll be celebrating. Those are principles this president do not support with his voting commission. He doesn't support open and fair elections to ensure that all citizens have the right to vote. Out front, CNN, I will not be there tomorrow. The president's attendance is nothing more than a distraction. I mean, really? Really?
Are you going to go tomorrow?
I will not be there tomorrow, and his attendance is a distraction from us having an opportunity to honor true Americans who sacrificed so much to ensure that democracy worked. It is unfortunate, in fact, it's an affront to those individuals who fought for voting rights to ensure that people had quality education and quality access to health care will be celebrated. Those are principles this president do not support. With his voting commission, he don't support open and fair elections to ensure that all citizens have the right to vote. He don't affect free quality public education for all children. And his most recent attempt with tax reform show he don't support affordable quality health care. That was the movement. That's why we're celebrating the individuals who sacrificed, and his attendance is an affront.
There's no question you disagree with him on many policy fronts, but you're in Jackson. Last I'd heard, you were going to attend, so now are you boycotting this?
No, there's no boycott. We're going to celebrate the veterans of the Civil Rights Movement. We're going to hold a press conference tomorrow morning at the Smith Robinson Museum. Many of the veterans will be there with us. After the president leaves, there'll be so many people who can go into the museum and celebrate the legacy of all those individuals who sacrificed. In fact, if you understand the movement of civil rights in Mississippi, many of the leaders of that movement were World War II veterans. So they fought abroad for freedoms, and they came home to continue to fight for freedoms so that I can sit in the seat that I'm sitting in today, and so we can celebrate them for all of the great work they did. And the president's attendance is nothing more than a distraction.
Well, last night I spoke with Republican Congresswoman Mia Love, and here's what she had to say about this.
I think if anybody should be going to civil rights museums and to learn about the suffering and I would say the triumph of Black Americans, it should be the White House, and I think that we should welcome that type of participation.
This guy is so misguided. Who is Derek Johnson to make such claims? He is the last person to make claims that Trump does not support open and fair election, when he himself is a perfect example of fair elections and how the people overthrow rigged elections. Well, What is ironic is that every time they are caught in something, they blame Republicans for the very same thing. If they can grab for something, as usual, they invent the drama. Classic liberals. Absolutely. Absolutely. People are getting hip to you guys, and we're not going to stand for it anymore. It's disgraceful what he's saying. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.